back again with Sam Gaynor, paying us another visit, man. Once again, I appreciate your time, man. So how's it going?
Going good. How's it going with you?
Man, it's going good, man. It's beautiful every day. I try to live my life peacefully and positive. So man, every day I got a smile on my face, buddy, for the most part. Except when my kids drive me crazy. Other than that, I'm in a good mood. Man.
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely hard to be happy every day, especially with everything going on right now. But
Yep.
we can at least wake up and say today's going to be a good day and give it our best. That's for sure.
Exactly, man. So how you been, man? How's life treating you since the last time we talked?
It's not too bad. I quit my framing job. It just
Okay.
was a little in and out, and just it wasn't quite perfect. But anyways, so I quit that, and then now I work at an ice cream factory on the night shift. So I
Mm-hmm.
work from 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. So
Okay.
that's definitely been a change. This past week was my first week doing that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's definitely been a change. But yeah, other than that, it's everything's still going, healing up. Doctors pretty much gave me the a-okay for everything. I go back December 14th for another checkup on my hand, and then hopefully that day we're gonna try and book an appointment for sometime in the fall to get the hardware in my hand taken out. Because the doctors explained to me the other day that actually when they did my surgery, they screwed down my tendon, so my finger can't actually move any more than it will now if
Oh
I
wow.
still have the hardware in it. So yeah, we're gonna try and book a schedule to get that all taken out. But
Mm-hmm.
other than that, we're all good. And like you said, just trying to be positive and get through every day in a positive way.
Yeah, how you liking that night schedule that you got going on now? I know that's got to be a little bit of a difference, and you get a little bit of a different curve to kind of get used to now.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm also not a night guy. Like when I was framing, I was going to bed at like 8:30, 9 o'clock,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'd wake up at like 6 o'clock. So I'm not a nighttime guy at all. So just trying to figure out the sleeping has been the hardest. But the last couple of days, I figured it out better than all the other days. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so it's definitely a learning curve and something different. But I don't know, sometimes different is good.
Yeah, yeah, you got to keep your mind active. You got to keep yourself going, man. You can't just sit around the house. You kind of get bored and go crazy. At least I will. But
Yeah, for sure.
that's cool, man. Um, so tell me, you still heading out to Club MX in February? And if so, how long you plan on being out there for?
Yeah, that's the goal. Right now we're just trying to work out which bike I'll be on. If I'll be on the 250 or 450. I'll
Really?
for sure be back with Charlie Design, Steve Sims, Gas Racing. But we're still trying to figure out what bike I'm on. But yeah, I've confirmed with Club MX I'm going down there middle to end of February. My mom always told me that she would take me to Las Vegas for my 21st birthday, and that
Mm-hmm.
was last summer.
Mm-hmm.
And COVID was a thing, so we didn't get to go. So we're supposed to go in the middle of February, beginning to middle of February to Las Vegas, and it's also my dad's retirement gift, from what I know.
Nice.
So me, him, and my mom are supposed to go there, and then when we come back, yeah, me and my dad will head down to Club MX, and then I'll probably be there for about a month and a half, and then I'll come back and start doing the local AMO races, and
Mm-hmm.
then get ready to head to the West Coast.
Nice, nice. So you got everything all mapped out, huh? It's gonna be your first time heading up to Vegas. Looking forward to that, I bet, huh?
Yeah, for sure. I've never been. I've definitely heard a lot of stories, but no, it'll definitely be cool. I'm hoping to get up in the fighter jets. They
Mm-hmm.
have like a fighter jet simulation thing. That's
Yes.
always been like my favorite movie's Top Gun.
Mm-hmm.
So that's definitely something I'm interested in. And my dad, when he was there last time for Monster Energy Cup in 2016, he got to do the exotic car driving. So
Nice.
that'd be pretty cool to do. And then obviously see the casinos and all the craziness that happens at night.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's definitely a different city. What they say is what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. So whatever you happens that day, make sure you don't take it home with you. I've been there.
Yeah,
I've
for
been
sure.
there. I used to live 4 hours away from there, and I was big. I was big at Vegas when I was 21, and I always wanted to go there. And I definitely had my fair share of fun there for sure. So when you do go in and enjoy yourself, man, there's a lot to see there, a lot of things to eat, and quite a bit of entertainment to enjoy yourself while you are there. So what is it?
Yeah,
What
for
is it?
sure.
What is it like the life of Sam Gaynor? If you were to put motocross completely off to the side and there was no motocross involved, what would your life be like? And what do you think, like, what direction would you go?
Um, Damn, that's a good question. I've never heard that question before. Because I've only ever pictured my life with motocross in it. I mean, I've
Hmm.
only ever had motocross in my life. Like I was riding a dirt bike before I could really even put a sentence together. I was riding bicycles before I could walk without
Yeah.
training wheels type thing. So yeah, it's a good question. I don't know. I enjoy work. Like I really enjoy just working my ass off for 8 to 9 hours a day, and then just going home and spending time with my family. I feel like I'd just be one of those guys, just a blue collar worker in construction or
Hmm.
something like that. I mean, my goal eventually one day is to find a field I really enjoy and eventually make build my own business. Is what
Hmm.
my goal in life is to
Okay.
do. And yeah, so I would say without motocross, that'd be my life in a nutshell.
Okay.
Um, but my life with dirt biking is like we were talking about it the other day. I kind of like it. Like I'm not as famous as like Ken Roxon, where he goes out in public and people are like, "Oh my God, that's Ken Roxon." You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like I can go out in public and go wherever, and people 99% of the population have no idea who Sam Gaynor is in the real world.
Hmm.
And then, in the motocross world, I would say I'm fairly well known, which is like, I love that. That's awesome. But I'm fortunate enough, in a sense, that like I can go to my own house and there's not like, like paparazzi or something like that crazy staying at my house waiting to take pictures. So I kind of like the fine line that we have in Canada where we're well known enough within the industry that a lot of people are fans, which is super cool, and I appreciate that. But then in the real world, we're not, something crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. With you being a pro, there's always women involved. Do you have a girlfriend? I mean, you know how it is when women see a pro rider, especially in the industry. They tend to lean towards the pros. So you got a lady that you hang out with over the weekend, or you spend a little time with?
No, I had a girlfriend for the past year, and then right before Halloween we broke up. But other than that, no, we
Okay.
got nothing going on. Honestly, since then I moved back home with my parents because I was living with her. I
Hmm.
moved back home with my parents. We just got a brand new property up in Flesherton with 6 acres and a beautiful pond, which is super cool, and it's definitely a dream pop property. I wish we had like 20 more acres, but that's about it. So, anyways, I moved back home, and now I'm just honestly just doing my thing, focusing on work right now to make some money, and then change our focus over to, training and getting ready for the 2022 season.
Okay. Now you say you might ride 250 or 450. What's going to determine that factor? And you choose to ride a 450? If is it your choice?
Um,
Now let me back that up. Is it your choice to ride a 50, 250, or is it the race team's choice to put you on that bike?
Last year it was honestly just a mutual decision. Last year,
Hmm.
I hadn't raced, like I said in my last podcast, I hadn't raced a 250 in almost like 6 or 7 years. So it was a mutual decision, just kind of off the deep end, see how things went. And it honestly it went pretty well, but just the numbers weren't quite there.
Okay.
For next year, it's Steve, the team owner, kind of put it into my hands, and then right now it's honestly he's trying to find riders that are available within a reasonable price range. This is only our second year as a team, so Steve doesn't have the millions of dollars or the hundreds of thousands of dollars to just go spending on riders. He's still trying to invest in the team. You know what I mean? He's still trying to build the team so that it can be successful. So it kind of depends on what other rider he signs, and then that will also determine what bike I ride.
Okay. You had a teammate last year as well. You don't have that same teammate this year. You're gonna switch. You're gonna have another
No,
teammate.
at the beginning of the year we had Logan Leitzel. He's from down in the states. He's a very successful and known rider down there, but unfortunately, just he had a crash and had a shoulder injury, and then just things really weren't quite panning out how well, we were all hoping. So he ended up going home after the second round. And then we had one of my good buddies, Ryan Derry, fill in for him for the rest of the season. And Ryan, I mean, he did well. He got his best finishes ever, his best overall ever. And he really started to push in the right direction. But no, I'm not really sure what Steve's plan is. I try not to get into his business too
Yeah,
much. I just
yeah.
kind of try and focus and stay on my own thing. And then when he tells me the information I need, then we'll go from there.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Now, if you can look back at your career, is there anything that you regret or you would do differently?
Um, on the pro side or my whole entire career?
I say just just your career.
Um, is there anything I regret? Uh, Honestly, I don't really. There's nothing I would regret because I believe that even if a situation is bad, um, every situation you can learn from as long as you do learn from it. You know what I
Yes,
mean?
yes.
Um, if as long as you take something home from every situation, then there's really nothing to regret because you need even in life, you got to have the bad times to learn from them to be a more positive, better person type thing. So no, I wouldn't say that there's a situation or a choice that I would say I regret. I mean, the 250s racing a 250 last year it wasn't a regret, but there was definitely times I was smashing my head going on the wall, going like, "What the hell did I sign up for here?" Um, but like I said, it's a learning experience. It was a true testament of how fast those 250 guys truly are.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, no, definitely no regrets, but definitely just a lot of learning lessons throughout my career.
Yeah, yeah. I think everything, even in your motocross career, even in your life, everything's is a lesson. I feel like a lot of times we're here to learn, and we learn by our mistakes, and we learn by by living life, pretty much. And if you can take that and learn from those, then it'll take you a step forward. You know. So that's how I look at life. I mean, because my life was just it was crazy as a young age. We'll get into that discussion one day, but it'll be a long one. But to from where I was at to where I'm now, like the way that I look at my life, I mean, man, I've gone through so many different changes, but everything was a learning curve, and everything that I learned from there got me to this step here. I never knew I was going to end up winding up even being in Canada, to be honest with you. But I'm here now, and I have kids now, and it has all came with the process of life, and that motocross is involved in it, and that's I'm here doing motocross again. So life throws curveballs, man, but it goes on. So you learn how to adapt, definitely for sure. So
Yeah, for sure. Life is it's a crazy thing for sure. And it's also such a small world. It's a massive world with billions of people, but realistically, it's a small world. There's definitely so many situations where I'm talking to someone that I kind of know or barely know, like my therapist on my hand. And we put it together, and we knew a bunch of people together, but we've never heard of each other, type thing. So it's a small world, and that's why on me and my motocross career, I try and be as positive and outgoing and as I can, and I try to always be there for the fans as much as the fans are there for me, because without them, I don't have a job, and without them, honestly, it wouldn't feel the same. It would feel more like work than it would like I don't go to the motocross track and think, oh, I'm going to work. I think I'm going there to race my dirt bike, have a hell of fun, and see a whole bunch of people that look up to me. And one day, like I was saying in my last podcast, one day, it's going to be who's Sam Gaynor. No one's going to know who
yeah,
Sam Gaynor was one day. So yeah,
nice, nice, nice. Let's see what other questions I got for you. Basic question: holidays are coming. What do you got on your Christmas list?
yeah,
Have you?
nothing, nothing crazy, honestly. With my parents moving and like everything like that, I don't. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm starting to get to that age where I don't really. There's nothing really like when I was young. I'd be like Tonka truck or RC car.
yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Nothing really crazy, anything crazy like that. I have to work through the whole holiday break,
Mm.
so I'll be working lots. But no, I asked for a ski pass.
Nice.
I haven't skied in like, I think it was like, I don't know, 10 or 12 years. But
Okay.
when our shop burnt to the ground in 2020, I got all brand new ski stuff, and I've still to this day haven't used it yet.
Oh
So
wow, wow.
yeah, so I asked for a ski pass, and then honestly, just to see my family. With COVID and everything, I don't get
Mhm.
to see them very often. And then
Yeah.
during the summer, I'm gone racing, so even on a normal year, I don't get to see them often. So just see my family and be around the people that I love and people that love me and support me. And yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, that's a beautiful thing, man. Always be around people that support you and that you love, man. It keeps the positivity and energy going around in your circle for sure. And you said ski. You don't do any snowboarding, huh? A lot of people, kids your age, man, want to board more than anything besides ski. So you're a skier, huh?
Yeah, I'm a skier. I can't, like, even with skateboarding, I can't get over the concept of having my feet on the same thing, like attached to the same thing. I
Man,
don't know
you know
why I
all
can't.
about balance. You're a motocross rider.
I know, but I don't know why I can't get the thought through my head to have my feet on the same thing. I like
Mm.
skis where my feet can, go apart. They can get a little wild, but if they're not strapped together,
uh,
I'm definitely not a snowboarder. I tried. My mom signed me up one time for snowboard lessons, and I think I made it like halfway through the lesson, and the guy was just as much as I was going like, "Yeah, I think this is it."
yeah, better play it safe, man, for sure. Um, so I take it you watch a lot of the AMA stuff, a lot of the AMA racing back in the states. I just posted a video of your top five. If you could pick your top five just in the 450 class, who would be your top five for the title?
For the title or
For the
for just
title,
people that I
no,
like?
just the title. We're just going for title. Top five.
Oh boy. For Supercross or Supercross
Supercross
everything?
only. 450 only.
Oh boy. I mean, it's so difficult because Eli Tomac's changing teams. Aaron Plessinger went to KTM. There's a lot of
I
movement
know.
going on down there.
Yes.
Man, I don't know how to. I feel like I don't. Do I have to put them in order or just top five?
Top five went from first to fifth. I'm curious what your
Oh
top
boy.
five will be.
I think I'm gonna go a little bit off the deep end here.
Okay.
I'm gonna go first, Kenny Roxon.
Okay.
I just feel like through his adversity over the years and how close he's come in the past, 2 years or
Mm-hmm.
whatever, I feel like this year he's gonna finally put the pieces of the puzzle together.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna go him first. Um, I'm thinking Adam Cianciarulo second. I feel
Okay.
like he's young, he's eager, he's getting smarter as the years go by. He's
Mm-hmm.
being, more reserved and knows when to go and when not to go type deal. So I'm
Okay.
gonna go with him second. And then I'm gonna go with my USA teammate Justin Barsha for
Okay.
third.
Okay.
I feel like that team has one full year under their belt now, so now
Mm-hmm.
they've fixed the bugs that they have, and they're definitely pushing in a positive, in an upwards direction.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna go Justin Barsha third. Uh, Man, fourth, I guess I can't go against the defending champion,
Mm-hmm.
Cooper Webb.
Mm-hmm.
He's definitely a fast rider. I mean, even watching him win one title was mind blowing to me, considering where he was at,
Yes.
6, 7 years ago.
Yes.
So, I mean, he's a guy that you got to at least put in the top five because you never know where he'll be.
Yes.
He could surprise people, and you never know. And then fifth, I mean, man, there's a lot of fast riders. Like I
I
said,
know.
there's Eli
I know.
Tomac, Aaron Plessinger, the Rockstar Husqvarna guys. Man, there's so
I
many.
know. It's a stacked field. It's definitely a stacked field.
Yeah, so I guess I'll put Eli Tomac because
Okay.
he's always there.
Mm-hmm.
He's always fast. He's always fighting for to be up there. But realistically, I mean, there's five riders, but there's 15 to 20 more that are just
Yes.
just they're all it's a dogfight for them. So
Mm.
it'll definitely be an interesting season. I really hope that everyone stays healthy.
Yes.
Because when they start getting hurt and stuff, it's not that it gets boring. I mean, it just sucks to see those guys get hurt. Every time they get hurt, it's just a bit more wear and tear on their career and the longevity of their career.
Hmm.
And obviously, us as fans in Canada, we all want to see good racing. And I know, I don't know everything that those guys go through, but I know a lot of stuff that they go through behind the scenes. So honestly, I just hope they all stay healthy, and it's just a awesome series to watch all year.
Now, with you being on the Gas team and your fellow teammates over in the states, do you guys actually ever get a chance to kind of meet and greet each other and come together and have like a riding session throughout any part of the year?
We didn't last year, especially because of COVID and everything going on with that.
Yeah.
So last year we didn't. But when I first signed with them and everything, they did talk about flying me down to California to hang out and see the Troy Lee Designs headquarters and stuff. We haven't really gone about it just because COVID's still happening.
Yeah.
But no, we definitely, Steve and those guys definitely have communication with the guys down in the States whenever we have some questions. And yeah.
Nice, 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 nice. So, what do you got? What do you got planned on for this weekend, man? What's going on for you this weekend?
Not a whole lot. Just like I was saying, we got this brand new house up in Flesherton, Ontario, and uh, yeah, there's just maintaining the property, fixing it up. My parents, like they say we bought a pond and we bought a project. The house, the house isn't anything special. Last weekend I spent both days from 8 a.m. till 9 p.m. painting in the
Mm,
house.
mm-hmm.
So the painting is pretty much done. I'm actually in the motorhome right now because our floors are getting done and it's really loud in the house.
Okay.
So the house is it's a project right now, but we have a wood burning stove. So the other day I went to my uncle's house. He lives 20 minutes away, and pretty much stole all his firewood. So and he
Hmm.
needs some too. So I promised him I'd come over today and tomorrow and help him cut a whole bunch of firewood,
Nice.
some stuff that's already dry but just needs to be split and all that. So get up to that and then just rest up because Sunday I go into work at 8:30 and don't finish till 7, so it's a long day. And
Wow.
yeah, just trying to figure out this sleeping thing still.
Yeah, I know it's hard for you, man. I've done that for years, and I'm a morning guy. I used to wake up at like 4:30 in the morning to go for a jog and just get some exercise. I like waking up with the sun, and I started working nights, man. It just turned me into a different person, and I did that for about 5 6 years consistently. But it drains you. It drains you. It definitely changed. And I'm gonna tell you now, it's hard to get into that sleeping pattern, man. But if you can do it, you might be a little bit stronger than I am. I couldn't do it for more than what I did it for. So now I'm back up to
Yeah,
waking
for sure. I
mornings,
mean,
man.
the one thing I look at is just like I'm leaving to go to Club MX in February.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
realistically, it's only I only have 2.5 months, and then I'm into the race season. We head out west, and then we go to the East Coast, and then all that. So I mean, even if I go back to it in the fall, then it would. Well, even if I go back to it in the fall, I was actually talking with Steve yesterday. I have to go back for surgery sometime in the fall to get this metal in my hand taken out. So then I'll be off for a month to 2 months healing from that, and then, like I said, it's only another 4 months. So right now, this winter, we only got 2.5 months to put up with the crappy times, but um, it's good money,
Mm-hmm.
learning lots, and I work honestly. I work with some really cool guys that I appreciate them, and they really they've taken me under their wing. I've only been there for 5 days, but I would say I already have some good friends there that I can trust them and they can trust me, and it's a lot of fun.
Good, 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 good. That's good to hear, man. Like I said, it's always good to have that positivity in your circle. It actually helps you come into work. You have a good days, and it's not like you're working a day. You know what I mean? So, with your
Yeah,
hand,
for sure.
what's your hand situation like? Do you? I mean, are you doing any rehabilitation with it now, or like even what's the point of it if you're gonna have to get the screws out and then kind of rehabilitate it again?
Yeah, they sent me to a rehab center up here in Collingwood, and I was going to see Dr. Bradley Baldwin a bunch of times a week, and then he talked to my surgeon, and the surgeon pretty much just said his finger won't move any more than it is right now because when they did the surgery, they screwed down my tendon so that it wouldn't rub, and then eventually they said because if they didn't do that, then it would rub on the metal plate, and then eventually it would just break, and then my finger would be limp, and I couldn't use it at all, and it would have no
Mm,
strength.
wow.
So when they did the surgery, they screwed the tendon down, but I didn't know that. So yeah, like you can see like that's as far as you know.
Far
These
as.
ones all these ones all go down. This one
Mm-hmm.
doesn't go down at all.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm just gonna have to put up with it for the 2022 season because you're not allowed to get your metal taken out for till 6 months after surgery, and that would put me right into the very beginning of our race season. So just gonna adapt to it and figure out how to make it work for the 2022 season, and then yeah, go back under the knife. I'm trying to get surgery for the day after the last race. So then I can get it all taken out and then get back to work as soon as possible to, get ready to train for 2023.
I want to thank you again. I'm gonna make it short and sweet. I know it's early, fairly early. I know you got a lot of things to do around the house. Like you said, you got a new house, but I know you got a track coming at that house. I'm sure with the extra 6 acres or 5 acres out there, man. So I know that's
I
coming.
wish, but but 3 of the acres are all marsh, and then the other 3 acres are our pond. So we literally we got
Oh,
nothing.
okay.
I'm planning on making an RC car track. I have an RC car, and it's kind of a hobby that I do on the side when kind of just turns my brain off from motocross type thing. You
Yeah,
know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
So I'm planning on making one of those, and then other than that, I got a bunkie here that I'm fully renovating. It was kind of nasty,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm fully gutting it, and then I'm gonna refinish it and make it like a guest house and stuff like that, so that when we have family and friends over for like weekends in the summer or whatever, they can stay out there and it'll be all nice. So right now I'm in the middle of doing that. But yeah, we got 1,000,010 projects going on this property right now. But sadly, motocross track's not one. That's why I wish we had another, 10, 15 acres so it could be on the list.
Now, how far are you from your closest track for you to be able to get training in?
The Moto Park is about 25 minutes.
Oh,
And
okay.
then I don't know if you followed me in the spring, but I was posting lots about the secret spot.
Mm-hmm.
That's my uncle's house. So that's 20 minutes. Well, it's 19 minutes from my doorstep. And
Wow.
I went there this past spring when COVID was like really serious and they were like locking down everything and stuff. I just went there in my motorhome and just stayed in his field for I think it was like 6 weeks because I didn't go down south or anything, so I just stayed there. So I mean, it's not a training facility, but we like when I went there, the lap time was like a minute and like 7 seconds. And then I rented a skid steer, and my uncle worked endless hours for me on his tractor, which I'm super grateful for. And we ended up making like a full pro level length track. It's like a 2 minute, 10 minute lap time, like two 2:10 lap time right now. And then the only thing it doesn't have is jumps, but honestly, it's I'm
It's
pro,
training.
and we don't really need to practice the jumps. It's more just the corners that we need to
Mm-hmm.
obviously work on and get better at. I mean, no one's perfect. Ken Roxon's not perfect. No one's
Yeah,
perfect. So
yeah.
um, yeah, in the spring, I'm sure I'll probably be over there, and me and my uncle will be working hard on the track, and then I'll be working hard on riding the track. So, but yeah, no, Moto Park's 25 minutes. My uncle's is 20, and then everything else to the south is kind of more like 2 hours type thing.
Okay, okay. Well, when you get out there, man, and you start training, and you're out at your uncle's and and you're out at the motor park, man, give us a call. I'd like to meet up with you, see how your training is, get a little blogging in of you, take some photos, man, and see how everything's going for you. And I like to, and also, I want an update, man. When you decide what you're gonna ride, let us know. I'm curious. I'm curious. I'd love to see you on the 250. I've seen you on that 450. I want to see what those 250F skills are like now, and see.
Yeah, for sure.
Just got to
Yeah,
keep it on two wheels.
it'll definitely be interesting. I think the goal of as of right now, from what I know, is to try and get that stuff figured out by Christmas. From that's what I think. So, hopefully by Christmas time I'll have an answer for you. But yeah, it is definitely exciting times right now. The schedule just coming out the
Yes.
other day, which was kind of relieving in a way because we all I mean, at least on my side, we kind of knew what it was, but we didn't
Mm.
have a confirmation of what it
Okay.
was. So
Okay.
um, that was kind of cool that the schedule finally came out. And I've only ever gone out west one time, and that was 2019, my rookie season. So
Mm.
definitely looking at forward to going coast to coast and as much as we're racing out there, it's just a beautiful country. I think me and my parents are probably just going to drive it in the motorhome. We got some family out in Calgary we might visit. And then, yeah, it's super exciting, and I'm definitely looking forward to the 2022 season, riding some tracks I've never ridden. Even in the AMO series here in Ontario, they added a bunch of tracks that I haven't ridden before, so that's kind of cool. Um, yeah, it's definitely going to be an exciting year, a long year. There's going to be a lot of races this year. I don't feel like I'm going to really have any weekends off, which I'm totally cool with. That's why I race dirt bikes, and that's why I love dirt bikes. So but yeah, no, definitely looking forward to the year. And yeah, when I get some answers on what I'm riding, I'll for sure let you know.
Well, thank you, Sam. Thank you again for this interview. I highly appreciate your time once again. I know your hands is full. You got projects to do today. I'm probably holding you up from that, but we'll be definitely be in contact with you once again. And thank you for tuning in and coming on the Blacklisted MX. And we'll be getting an update from you. Enjoy your weekend, and we'll talk to you soon, buddy.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you, and thank you, and your Blacklisted MX for having me on again. I really appreciate it, and it's some really cool exposure. And getting to watch, your last couple podcasts, that was cool for sure. And watching you build and grow and gain followers and gain some momentum is definitely cool. I still got that jersey and that good
No
package coming
worries.
for you.
No worries. No
And
worries.
yeah, and I obviously just want to say thanks to Steve Sims Racing, Troy Lee Designs, Gas, Motul, Sunoco Fuels, Train Custom Carpentry, Arthur's Fuels for the gas for the truck to get to the races this year. We wouldn't have got there without them. Devon Train for letting us ride at this track all summer. Bill Gillespie, my mom, my dad, they had my back more than absolutely anyone. So thank them. Matrix Concepts, Oakley Goggles, Tear Off Gaskets. There's like I said last time, there's a long list, and I got in trouble because I didn't list all of them, but and I'm sure I missed them this time.
Yeah, yeah.
There's so many people that support us, and there's so many people that we wouldn't be able to race without them. So
Right on.
yeah, definitely can't thank everyone enough, and everyone I missed. Thank you all so much, and yeah, definitely looking forward to the 2022 season and showing everyone what Charlie Designs Gas Steve Sims Racing is all about.
Right on. And my last comment to this is is for Steve Sims. I've been in contact with you. I just want to say thank you for looking out and reaching out, and it was a pleasure speaking with you. And I will be having you on this show as well. And I want to thank you for putting his name out there because it hit my radar, when you mentioned him a few times, and now we're in contact with each other. But like I said, this show wouldn't be what it is without you, Sam. So I highly thank you for being here, and I appreciate your time. And you make sure you have a good weekend, a good safe weekend, man. And we'll be in contact for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you so much.
Not a problem, Sam. Have a good weekend, buddy.
Yeah, you too.
Okay. Peace.
Peace.